Welcome to the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Star Mill Park here in Racine for tonight's baseball game, a leg game, a makeup game between the Eastern Eagles and the Southern Tornadoes. This is a Total Media Sports YouTube pregame brought to you by Robin Fowler, your local State Farm agent. Also sponsoring tonight, Home National Bank and the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Area 2171. And Brian, every time we come, but the wind is blowing differently here. We were just talking about that. Normally it blows this way, but maybe they'll keep those clouds on the other side of the river. The West Virginia side is under cloud cover. We're under some blue and white skies, we'll call it, but nonetheless. All right, batting starting for the Eastern Eagles, batting first and pitching will be Ethan Edwards. Batting second, playing second base will be Aiden Wilhelm. Batting third, the third baseman Alex Collins. Batting fourth, the catcher Caleb Abner. Batting fifth and playing first base, Rowan Gilmore. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, Brady Rockhold. Batting seventh and playing center field, Hunter Needs. Batting eighth and playing right field, Lane Atha. Batting ninth, your left fielder, Lance Hensler. For the Southern Tornadoes, batting first and playing center field will be Zach Thomas. Carson Ryder will play right field and bat second. Batting third is Griffin Thomas, the catcher. Will Smith at first base, batting fourth. Batting fifth will be Brandon Laudermelt, your pitcher tonight for the Tornadoes. Batting sixth, the third baseman Hunter Jarrell. Batting seventh, the left fielder Anthony Hubre. Batting eighth and playing shortstop Landon Smith. He'll wear number 8. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 6, Wyatt Smith. So for the Southern Tornadoes, as they'll defend here in the top half of the first inning, it'll be third baseman Hunter Jarrell, Landon Smith at shortstop, Wyatt Smith at second, Will Smith at first. In left field, Anthony Hubre, Zach Thomas. In center field, Carson Ryder in right field. And behind the plate tonight, Griffin Thomas. On the mound, senior number 4, Brandon Laudermelt. And we are just about ready to go. And when we do, we'll turn it over to Brian for the play-by-play tonight. Once again, your pregame brought to you by Robin Fowler, your local State Farm agent. So see Robin for all your insurance needs. Also, Home National Bank with offices now in Ravenswood, Racine, Middleport, and Syracuse. And the Fraternal Order of Eagles, Area 2171. Thank you for your support. Now for the play-by-play, your first batter up, here's Brian Allen.
And leading off for the Eagles will be Ethan Edwards, who is pitching tonight. So pitcher versus pitcher here right to start the game. First pitch taken up high for ball one.
Right, remember the first game out to Eastern, I believe. Eastern in the 4.5 innings, I believe.
Yes. And this one high and tight, taken for ball two. As it was a close game for a handful of innings. Yeah. Eastern broke out a long one out to the outfield. It was a little bit misplayed, led to a handful of runs, and that was it. Now 3-0 the count. Brandon Laudermelt trying to get his feet under him here early. And this pitch taken over the plate for a strike. 3-1 now the count. Ethan Edwards, Aiden Wilhelm, and Alex Collins.
And Eastern did clinch the Hockey Division Championship, I believe, last week. He walked him.
Taken outside, a 5-pitch walk, and that'll stick Ethan Edwards on first base, and Aiden Wilhelm will be the batter. And yeah, Eastern, you know, they've had a very strong season in the Hawking. It seemed like maybe from about the midway point of the season on, they were the clear front runner in the conference. And we kind of expected that coming into the season based off of last year. Eastern with a nice tournament run, looking to do the same thing. Throw over to first base, not in time. And Wilhelm will prepare for his first pitch from Laudermelt. Hunter Jarrell inching in at third base. Throw over to first again. Not much of a lead, just very aware of that base runner, Ethan Edwards. Here's the pitch. Oh, and hit him in the helmet. And so a walk followed by a hit by pitch. So now 2 on, nobody out. And Alex Collins, the batter. As we're kind of keeping an eye on the clouds along with everything else going on here. And
right now it's staying in West Virginia. We're still under blue skies.
This one belted to center field. Zach Thomas leans in, makes the catch, and they're going to hold the runner.
If he had thrown that ball to second, there might have been a chance for a force out there. That would have been very close had he done so.
So fly out 8, and Caleb Abner, the batter. All right, and now runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Eastern trying to hit the scoreboard first. Ball gets away, and both runners will move up on the wild pitch. So now runners on second and third with 1 out. 1-0 to Abner. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Hard cut by Abner. Could not quite make contact. Strike called. And the count now 1-2. Rowan Gilmore on deck for the Eagles. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and a strikeout. First strikeout of the contest, and a big one with one out, now 2 outs. And Laudermill a chance to work out of it here with Roman Gilmore coming up to bat. 2 on, 2 out.
And Rowan is a young man that the last few games that we've had with Eastern has hit the ball very well.
He's had a solid season, and he's going to put this one in play.
Yep.
It's a base hit into left field, and that's going to score 2.
Well, I was right on that, was I not?
Rowan Gilmore, first pitch swinging.
Yeah, he's been hitting the ball very, very well.
2 RBI, single to left field. And Eastern now up 2-0 here early. As Ethan Edwards comes across the plate, Aiden Wilhelm comes across the plate. And Gilmore standing on first base, still 2 outs. Brady Rockhold, the batter. And, Gilmore saw something he liked on that first pitch and did what he wanted to do. Dumped it into left field for a base hit. Swing and a strike here to Brady Rockhold. Fouled that one away. 2-0 Eagles here in the top of the first inning. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back yet again. 0-2 now the count. I believe Southern scored the first run out at Eastern. They had a 1-0 lead for a short stretch before Eastern was able to take off from there.
Yeah, when, as we say, the floodgates opened, just things went awry for Southern, but it was a
I think the game ended 11-1, I believe was the final score. Put into play. Third baseman Hunter Jarrell cannot quite make the play. It bounces by.
Give him a bad hop single because that just kind of ate him up, as they used to call it. Just took a bad hop right over his glove.
So Rockhold at first, Rowan Gilmore at second, and now the batter Hunter Needs.
Looked like it hit the interface of right there where the grass meets the dirt.
Yeah, that's always the thing when you've got that grass infield where it comes into the dirt. You got that lip. And the ball can play off of that in funny ways.
Uh-oh, there's a ball.
Yep, that's going to move the base runners. He looked like he lost his balance,
yeah,
actually.
Started to pitch and stopped. Once you separate your hands, that's the start of the pitch, and then he stopped, and you can't do that. It's a good call by the umpires to advance both runners up to second and third with 2 out.
So Gilmore to third, Rockhold to second. And this one's going to get away. Gilmore's going to stay.
This is probably, Brian, here at Star Mill Park, one of the closest backstops and very difficult to score on a wild pitch or a pass ball here at Star Mill Park.
Lane Atha on deck should Hunter Needs reach. 1-0 the count. Now 2-0.
Laudermilk throwing some really hard pitches, just having difficulty finding the strike zone.
Fouled away.
Very good speed on his fastball.
Now 2-1. Two and one the count. Taken high, ball three. Now 3-1. 2 runs in for the Eagles here in the top of the first inning. They lead 2-0. Runners on second and third with 2 outs, and now a 3-1 count to Needs, and he's going to take ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And that will load the bases for the Eagles as they're looking for a big hit to break this one open early. Leading 2-0 now. Lane Atha playing right field.
Yeah, Rowan Gilmore's base hit that scored 2 was with 2 outs. There's still 2 out, and runners now at second, third. So this would be a big hit here for the Eagles. If Hensler can, or not Hensler, but Atha can jump on one here.
Fouled that one straight back for strike 1.
Lance Hensler on deck for the Eagles.
Strike, nice looking curveball over the outside part of the plate. 0-2 to Atha.
Should be a really interesting softball game on Thursday night. We'll have that here on Total Media Sports, Southern at Meigs.
And outside, the count now 1-2. Looking forward to that one.
Should be fun. Southern girls, the champion of the Hawking division.
I was going to say, 2 solid teams. Meigs has had a nice softball season as well. And, yeah, it should be a good game.
Yeah, finished second in Ohio.
This one goes to third base, and the step on the bag by Hunter Gerald will end the inning, so ground out 5. And so for the Eagles, they score 2 runs off of 2 hits, 2 walks, a hit batsman, and 3 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the first. 2-0 Eagles here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
All right, welcome back to Star Mill Park as we get ready to go into the bottom of the first inning. We have the girls' draw here on 5/13, which is night. Meigs is hosting West Union, 19 seed West Union at number 6 Meigs. Tomorrow night, South Gaia will be here at Southern, 14 versus the 3. And also at Eastern High School, Portsmouth Clay, number 12 at the Lady Eagles. The boys draw 5:20, 13 Piketon at Meigs, number 12. That'll be a 5 o'clock. If Meigs would happen to win, they'd move on to play Lynchburg Clay, who's the number 1 seed. That would be at Paint Stadium at 4 o'clock on 5/27, and we'll get you Eastern and Southern coming up after this batter.
Zach Thomas, Carson Ryder, Griffin Thomas, 1, 2, 3. Hard cut by Zach Thomas. 0-1 the count. I'll tell you, the Eagles softball team, that was a team that really improved all the way through the season.
Yep.
As this one's fouled away as well. And I don't want to say, they had low expectations, but I don't think that they were expecting to have the season that they were able to put together. They definitely overachieved in the regular season, and so I think they're wanting to just keep that going, 1-2 the count to Zach Thomas. Taken high, 2-2. But, yeah, congratulations to all 3 local softball teams. 3 solid squads. Full count, 3-2 to Zach Thomas. Ethan Edwards on the mound for the Eagles. And this one fouled down the first baseline. Ryan Laudermilk tried to make the barehanded stop. He was able to knock it down. Nice curveball there as it just moved away from the bat for the strikeout. That was almost like the ball had eyes and just moved itself right away from the bat as it went through. 1 out now in the bottom of the first inning. Carson Ryder, the batter. 2-0. Eagles leading here in the bottom of the first inning. Pop straight up. Ethan Edwards settles in under it, makes the catch. Pop out 1. As Edwards barely had to move off the mound to pull that one in. Now 2 outs, and Griffin Thomas, the batter.
Brian, I have a message here from Coach Ty Auld at Eastern, and he sent me a message. And this was dated May 6th. He said the girls are 10-1 in their last 11 games.
Yeah,
So you are right. They really came alive.
They did. They came on strong. And here's a ground ball to shortstop over to first. 6-3 on the putout. Brady Rockhold to Rowan Gilmore. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, the Tornadoes go down in order in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll head to the top of the second inning, 2-0 Eagles. Here on Total Media Sports YouTube.
This Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week is made possible by the generosity of the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, RE 2171. We thank them for their incredible support of local youth sports. Crank it up with the Pure Rock Radio Network, your home for classic rock that really rocks. Tune in to Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5 for the greatest hits, local sports action, and your favorite morning crew, Porter's Place, featuring Rodney Porterhouse Tomlin, comedian Jay Snide, and the HR chick, Tanya Hatton. From Bobcats football and basketball to unbeatable giveaways, we've got your back. Pure Rock Radio Network, where local voices meet legendary rock. Pure Rock 105 and Pure Rock 99.5. Turn it up. You've been watching the Meigs County Baseball Game of the Week, live on Total Media Sports YouTube.
And we are back here at Star Mill Park. And now the home plate umpire talking to Coach Wickline, and now going over to talk to Coach Stewart. And we just very well may be under a 30-minute delay here. We shall see. They do have the rule, if they deem that the storm is far enough away that they can continue play, kind of like the old heat lightning, they call it.
Yeah.
We have had no lightning at all, but there's thunder in the
Right.
distance. So we'll see what they decide.
Well, it would just seem to me if you don't see any lightning and it's not raining, we don't have a drop of rain.
Well, thunder is a reason to delay the game, but
Right. It's
if they
definitely
deem
off in the distance.
if they deem it's off in the distance, which right now my radar is showing that it's in Charleston, that direction. And what we'll get after a bit would be a light rain. I don't see any yellows or reds in it. We're on the tip. Right now, we're on the tip of a storm that's hitting just west of us, Ryan, if you can see that right there. Just west of us.
It looks like
And that's going to miss us. This right here, what we see, should
the
should
hard
miss
stuff
us.
is going to miss us. It looks
Yeah.
like we might get a little bit of sprinkles, but that would be about it would appear. So, but
And then there's a pretty large gap, and then after the light rain would come through, that's in
Yeah.
Charleston right now, which is Charleston's an hour drive from here, and the storm's probably not traveling at 60 miles an hour. We'd probably be all right for the ball game. This is going to be very, very close, and you can see it's that close. It's the width of the river away from us, and according to my radar, we are right on the very, very edge of it. And within the next 15 minutes or so, we'll find out. But you can hear it to the west of us, and that's where it's at.
right.
So right now, I think we may be under a 30-minute delay because of that thunder west of us, as the umpire deeming that is close enough to us. But absolutely no lightning in it at all. Is there? Is there? Okay. Oh, there is. Okay. Yeah. See right there, it's going to miss us just right on the edge of it.
It's going to miss us until that big thing hits
Well,
us.
this is real light. Green is real light. It's very low.
I think we're going to get a little bit of sprinkles, but I don't think we're going to get anything super heavy. But, you know, we're not professionals as far as that goes. But
No, it's kind of like the real meteorologists do. They just look out the window and they change it. It changes on my phone within minutes. So if it's raining, they put it 100%. I could do that.
every day you just put 50%, right? It's either going to rain or it's not.
Yeah. And if Total Media Sports YouTube is involved, it's going to rain.
Yeah, especially here at Star Mill Park. We have not had any luck here, that's for sure.
Well, this is our third time here.
Right.
We had the first game we were here was with Wahama.
That was the sideways rain game.
That was rain. That we made that until the bottom of the third, and then the Meigs at Southern game last week didn't even get started.
Yeah.
Now we've got this one into the second inning, and we shall see. We're in bottom of the second, Brian?
Top of the second.
Top of the second. Okay. But it's staying over there. We do have a little cloud. Our blue sky is gone, I guess. So it's very, very close. But I'm
still no rain.
I'm going to predict that part right there is going to miss us. But we may get caught on the very, very edge of it. But right now we're on the edge of it, and we've got no rain whatsoever yet. Coach Wickline, the last time we were here, he told me as I was leaving the park, he said, "Please don't come back." Every time we're up here, it rains.
Well, these league games, the teams work really hard. The conference works really hard as well to get all these games made up. So this is a game that they're going to want to get in the books somehow, some way.
Let's go ahead and go back over the draws. We'll start with the boys' draw. So on May 20th, number 13 Piketon at number 12 Meigs, 5 o'clock start at Meigs High School. If Meigs would win that game, they would go a week later, and they go to Paint Stadium to play the number 1 seed Lynchburg Clay. That would be a 4 o'clock start from Paint Stadium. On 5/29, number 1 seeded our Eastern Eagles, a 4 o'clock versus the winner of Adena and Belpre. And then they would go, that would be played at South Point.
Okay.
So there's no more district semis and finals at Paint Stadium. It's for Eastern and Southern, it's the semifinals at a different fields. So Eastern would go to South Point to play their game. Southern's going to go to Logan to play their game if they defeat South Guy here
that on the
22nd. So on the 22nd here at Star Mill Park, South Guy will come and play the Southern Tornadoes. Tornadoes win, they'll go to Logan High School. That is, I think I've got on here a 4:30 start, and then go to Paint Stadium for the district championship on 5:31, and I don't think that time's been determined yet. And once again, Eastern will play at 4 o'clock versus the winner of Adena and Belpre. That will be at the South Point baseball facility, and then if they win that game, then they will go to Paint Stadium, and the time has not been determined yet. That would be for the district championship, and they would play the winner of the lower bracket. All right, so let's look at girls softball. Tonight, number 19 West Union at number 6 Meigs. And Brian and I and our Total Media gang will be at Meigs High School on Thursday night as Southern invades Meigs. So it'll be Southern at Meigs softball. So that'll be a real interesting ball game. Should be a dandy. You don't want to miss that one. On 5/14, number 14 South Guy at Southern, number 3 seed. And on 5/14 also number 12 Portsmouth Clay at number 5 Eastern. And Eastern Southern are really heavily favored in those ball games.
Right.
And I mean heavily favored
Yeah.
by looking at the records of South Gaia and Portsmouth Clay. So not sure why they changed it. I always loved it when Meigs, Southern, and Eastern all went and played all their district games at Paint Stadium.
Paint Stadium,
That
yeah.
was so convenient, so nice. Didn't have to worry about rain.
And a lot of times they would put the games in order so that you could cover all the games back to back, and so it made a fun day. You know, you'd go there, you'd spend the whole day covering all the local teams, and so
you could call at least 2 games there, or your coverage teams.
But maybe we'll get to the point where all 3 of them will make it to the district championship, and maybe we'll get the same thing. So
that is possible. That is very, very possible. So we shall see. Right now we're under a 30-minute delay. Now we're probably down to about maybe about 20 minutes right now. But every time it thunders, the 30-minute clock restarts. So let's go ahead and look at our radar once again. This radar is pretty good on my phone. It's normally right dead on. And we've still got that storm brewing to the west of us. And right now we're getting some wind starting to pick up a little bit, indicating that tail end of that big storm is hitting, looks like towards the Point Pleasant area and Galplis area. Looks like they may be getting something pretty big right now. We've just got to get through this little stretch that we're going through right now, and we're about halfway through it. And the storm, we are on the edge of the storm, which is hitting, probably should be hitting Point Pleasant and the Guy Academy, Galplis area. And we are right now not in any rain. To the west of us is the lightning and thunder from that storm that's hitting right down Point Pleasant, Galplis. And then following that down the Winfield, Charleston area, there's some light rain that's on its way. And that may not hold us up as far as playing this ball game, but we'll have to see. So right now we are under a weather delay, and of course every time we have thunder, they restart it. So right now the gang is holding down the tent that we're sitting under.
Yeah, the breeze definitely
and now you
picking
can,
up.
if you look at the wind, now the wind has changed. It was blowing
east
down the river. Now it's blowing directly east, and that brings that storm that's over to our left, to our west, this direction. So it's going to be a really close call to whether we get the heavy part of the storm or not. And right now it's definitely to the west of us, but we're feeling the effects of it with some strong wind coming from the west and blowing eastward. And I think when they say the flag is straight out like that, it's about a 25-mile-an-hour wind gust right now. And this is nothing new for Star Mill Park. Absolutely nothing new whatsoever. So Brian and I we're going to take a break right here, and then we'll update you here in a little bit.
I'm good.
Camera. Okay, where's the scorebook? Take care of that thing so it'll dry out. Don't get any more weather than it is. Why can you hold this just for a second until I get this open? Here. I just need to get this open.
I know, I'm walking around here, so